Hey, everybody in our TSA family. Today's video is all about showing up on social media and why tutors should be showing up on social media, why you should be doing this with a tutoring business. And I'm here with Emily, who is the queen of social media. I was very resistant to social media in the beginning, and she helped me get on board. So, hi, Emily. I'm glad you're here with me today.
Hi, Jill. We just have so much fun when we get to do these videos together.
We do.
All right. So
So
you're
much better
doing your
too.
little, I know. So you're out there, you're doing your tutoring thing and it's going great, right? But we know that in order to get the word out about things that you're doing with your business or trying to spread the word maybe about your offers, you have to have some social media presence, right? You just have to. And why? Why do you need to have to show up and be in social media? Well, think
Right.
about it. There's so many things now that are not in person. So, social media is a great way to start building connections with your audience and getting to know people, right? And from there, we are going to build relationships, which really is the name of the game when it comes to social media. Not just
Yes.
about spreading out sales and things like that, but about building relationships with the people who know you, know what you offer, and all the content that you are sharing with them.
Right. And just think about all the people that you know online that you feel like you know them, right? You feel like you are genuinely connected, that you're friends and you've never met them before in their life, right? You get to
Lots
do
of
that same
people.
thing, right? Yeah, for social media. Because, when we're off hiding and we're doing our thing, we're just doing our own thing, right? But when you get to get on social media, you actually get to connect with people everywhere, all around the world, in your community, wherever it is you need to be. And I know that I can definitely think of a lot of relationships I've built on social media where I consider them to be people that I genuinely trust and have a real relationship with, including Emily.
Yes.
I've never met her in person, but we run a business together and we
I
met on
know.
social media.
I know. How crazy is that, guys? We have not met one another in person, and here we are today with all of you. So yes, and that was from building a relationship over time on social media. So think of the possibilities there, right? Okay.
Absolutely. So that's
Yeah.
our first reason. We're going to give you three reasons today. So our first reason that you should show up on social media with your as a tutor with your tutoring business, having a business page on Facebook, right, is building relationships. Number two, as a business owner, you know that a part of what you have to do is getting out there and letting people know, hey, I have a business. Hey, I can tutor people. Hey, here is what I do. And so showing up on social media literally means you are showing up where your clients are. You are
Yeah.
showing up where your customers already are. You don't have to necessarily go to a conference. You don't have to go set up a booth or a table somewhere. Go to where your clients already are. And the fact is, a lot of people are on social media. Probably
Hmm.
too much right now, but that's where
Yeah.
they are. So that's another good reason why it's a great time to start your tutoring Facebook business page or Instagram page, or gosh, we've got Pinterest, we've got all different places, right, in social media that you can be joining. But this is a great reason why, because your people are already there. So you might as
Yeah.
well
And
show up where the crowd already is. And the crowd is hanging out in social media. So
yeah,
that's your
I mean,
second
think
reason.
about that. Think about all the work that had to be done to build these relationships and make these connections before social media even existed. And now social media makes
Uh,
it pretty easy for you guys.
it
Really
really
does.
does.
Yeah.
And what is lovely
Okay.
about social media is that you can schedule when you show up, right? So, so that's a nice thing too. Is that I'm an introvert. I don't like showing up to a lot of things, but on social media, I can go ahead and schedule some things. So I'm out there regularly mingling with everybody, but I don't necessarily have to be there like all the time. And so
Right.
it's a lovely thing. So yeah, so definitely go where people are. And number
Hmm.
three, Emily, what's our third reason why you should show up on social media with your tutoring business?
Okay. So for number three, we are talking about people once you are in there, you have your social media, so you have a Facebook page or you have a Twitter feed going, people are getting to know you, who you are. Um, what exactly it is that you are spreading the word about, whether it be dyslexia awareness for me, structured literacy, or something else. Maybe it's math strategies, maybe it's helping children with executive function skills. But once these people get to know, okay, this person is all about spreading the message about this, then they're going to keep showing up and seeing what you have each day or every couple of days. And they're learning to trust you. They're saying, okay,
Right.
this is a page that I know I can go to and find trusted content, whether it be research or a blog post or some professional development.
Yeah.
They're building a trusting relationship with you. And that really is building your presence, but also adding a little more validity to your professional presence on social media.
Right. And so when we think about, imagine a parent's journey, their child has been struggling for a while before they start considering finding a tutor. This has typically been going on for a couple of years, right? These struggles have been going on. But even then, people rarely sign up for tutoring right away. It tends to be something that they start to think about, they start to research
Yeah.
people. It can be really nerve wracking to pick the right person. And so if you have a social media presence, you can become that trusted resource for them. They've watched you, they've seen that you have the knowledge and the expertise, you know how to help them, you know how to connect with them in a way that is very relatable, right? So they see you as somebody who they could truly see being on their team to help their child. And that's something you can do over time with social media. So I've had people who have been in my circle for over a year before they've hired me, right? Sometimes that's just where the journey takes them. And that's okay. But that's what's wonderful about social media is it gives you that chance to let people get to know you in like a really safe, easy way. They don't have to
Mhm.
schedule a meeting just yet, right? Like they might not be ready for that meeting, but they might be ready
Low
just to kind of
pressure.
watch you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Low pressure.
Pretty low
And then
pressure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And then you become
Yes.
that person that they trust. And so
Yeah.
those are our three reasons. And now we had like probably 15 reasons, but we had to pick three, you guys,
Those are
for
big
why
ones.
you might want to show up for social media. Like if you've been hesitating about it, like you don't really want to do it, you guys, I was there. I didn't want to do social media. I was very like put on the brakes, but Emily really helped me to understand and see why it was important. And so once you get started in the beginning, it's a little nerve wracking to get started, but it's not a big deal, you guys. And so we wanted to give you some reasons why we think you should be out there showing the amazing things that you are doing in your tutoring business and sharing your knowledge and your skill and your heart with the community and especially our online community where everybody is. But we
Yes.
also know it's a little bit intimidating. You're kind of like, what do I do? How do I do it? Where do I go? And so we actually have a resource on tutorsuccessacademy.com. In our success library, we have a group of 3 trainings called the Social Media Business Bundle. The business bundle. So not social media, just to look at cat memes, which
Which are
I
cute.
follow way too many cat groups, you guys. But social media for business, for your business, right? And it's not all about making the money. It's
No.
about showing up, building relationships, helping people trust you, and just kind of like what to do and where to do it and how to do it, right? And so we know this can be a scary step to take. And so we have set up this business bundle of 3 courses that you can take. And we are offering it for the next 2 weeks through the end of October for 60% off. So 60%
Easy.
off so that you can absolutely go in there, grab that bundle of trainings, and then you just have lifetime access to them.
Yeah.
So, so far we haven't needed to add, we've added updates to the Facebook one. If we need to add some updates, we will. But it's a great way to get started on just how do you use social media when you are a business owner. And you guys, I'm still baby
Yeah.
stepping here. I think I'm like a year and a half into having a social media presence, but Emily Gibbons, she knows what she's talking about. So she is
I've been
going to
doing it a
help
long
you.
time.
Doing it a long time. She's an old
Yep.
pro. And so, so definitely come on in there. The trainings will give you ideas for things to post. They'll give you some some of the tech help, some of the support, but also really that how do we use it as a business owner to build those relationships in our community. So
I
we
love
hope
it.
you'll take advantage of that deal. 60% off for the next 2 weeks. And next week, we are going to be sharing a video all about social media tips for tutors. So
Hey, I
what
like
do you post
that.
about? Like, if you want to know our secret strategies, and especially Emily's, like basically these are all coming from her because she is, you definitely want to tune in next week to get those tips for tutors on how to make the most out of your social media presence. So we will see you guys next week.
Bye.